Okay, I need to make sure the red light is still on. I just did a whole vlog thing and my camera was off. So I'll try to do it again. Okay, hi, I'm the Book Tart and my website is finally up-ish. It doesn't do everything I want yet, but it's getting there. So check it out, www.thebooktart.com. The website has a new fiction release database and it has over 1,200 books listed for the month of May, which I was very excited about because I love to read new books. I love to find out what new books are coming, and I was tired of searching multiple places on the internet to find out what books were coming out, and I was missing books. I live in a small community. I don't have a local bookstore that carries my books, and my shopping is at the grocery store and city market, and let's see where else, Target and Walmart. That's it. So I do a lot of online shopping, and it's not the same as wandering through a bookstore and picking up things that catch your eye. So there was a book that I missed. It came out in April, and where is it? Oh, here it is. It's called Wicked as They Come. It came out in April, and it didn't come anywhere near me, so I missed it. Maybe you've missed it. And I recommend that you stop missing it and you go pick it up. Wicked as They Come by Delilah S. Dawson. It was recommended to me on Twitter, not to me specifically, but Anna Gary, who I love to read. She writes urban fantasy and sci-fi, and a couple romance. She also writes romance as under another name. But anyway, Anna Gary recommended Wicked as They Come. And so I picked it up. I ordered it from Amazon. It came. I curled up in a chair and read it all last weekend. Did not want to stop reading it. I've never read steampunk before. I've read historical. I've read, paranormal. But this is a combination of the two, and fantasy. So it starts with Tish, or Letitia, and she's a nurse, and she works with people at the end of their life to make their lives easier. And she goes to an estate sale for a patient of hers who passed away, and a locket seems to be calling to her, so she picks it up and she's going to buy it. But she gets a call and she dashes out and realizes as she's driving away that she ran out with the locket. She didn't buy it. She feels slightly naughty and wicked, but decides the patient is dead, had no family, no one will miss it. She's just going to keep it. So at home, as she's trying to clean it, she pops it open, and when the locket opens, it splatters some red substance all over her hand and stains her skin. She can't get it off. And in the locket is a picture of a Victorian gentleman. She calls him a naughty Mr. Darcy. And she thinks, okay. She'll try to make it all shiny and pretty on the outside the next day. She goes to bed wearing the locket. And she wakes up to what she thinks is a very vivid dream, and she's naked. And she's in the misty forest, and she thinks she must have some subconscious issues to deal with. And she looks around her, and the man from the locket is watching her. And his name is Krentz, and he sent that locket out into the world to worlds to find his mate. She discovers that she's not having a dream. She's actually in an alternate world. It's named Sang, and there's pinkies, which would be humans with pink skin, pink blushes, doesn't matter the color, just we're pinkies. And Krentz is one of the blood. He's a blood man. He needs blood to survive. He doesn't need to kill for it, but he is a predator. And the pinkies are kind of like prey. Yeah, so, and because most of their animals have become blood drinkers, they can't be pets. So there's clockwork creatures, clockwork monkeys, and clockwork burlesque dancers, because as Krentz said, what dancer would like to strip down to barely anything and have all that fresh skin and yummy blood smell in front of people who might want to bite? So they have clockwork dancers, and they also want to cover up. The pinkies want to make sure their skin's all covered up, and so they wear Victorian style clothing, buttoned up to here, corsets. I love corsets, and long skirts and bustles, and Letitia actually likes that. She feels sexy in it. So anyway, she's attracted to Krentz, and the adventures in that world, but she also doesn't want to just abandon her home, Earth, because she has a family. She has a grandmother who she loves. So there's that pull between the two worlds and between the relationship she's developing with Criminy and the one she has at home with her grandma. And there's intrigue and drama and a threat against those of the blood. They're discriminated against. And somebody is planning genocide. So there's that. So there's adventure and intrigue and passion and romance and fun. There were so many lines in here that I was tweeting and laughing out loud because it's, yeah, funny and snarky. So highly recommend it. It's the first in a trilogy. What does she call the trilogy? A blood novel. The first in the Blood series. So I'm glad I found this book. And I hope if you're interested, you'll go pick it up. Wicked as They Come by Delilah S. Dawson. Okay, what else have I read recently? Ooh! I read Amanda Quick's Crystal Garden. It's the first in a new trilogy, paranormal historical romance. Amanda Quick is actually Jayne Krentz. And I love Jayne Krentz's contemporary romance. I have four bookshelves over there full of Jayne Krentz. I've actually went back and found her Stephanie James silhouettes, and I also have some other, when she was writing mystery books, I can't remember what pseudonym she used right now. If you're curious, you can comment. I'll figure it out. I have them over there on the shelf. So, okay, so this is her first in a paranormal trilogy, and the heroine of this one, her name is Evangeline, and she's a novelist, which I got a kick out of. She writes novels in London. Well, she's having her first serial novel published in a newspaper, and there was a threat on her life in London because of a job she'd had previously. So she was sent to the country to relax, recuperate, write her novel, and get away from London and the danger and intrigue there. So she's trying to write her novel, but she's aware of the potential danger, and so she's scoped out the escape routes from her little cottage. Thank goodness she did, because a guy comes to attack her in the middle of the night, and she dashes out the window in her nightgown and runs toward a garden that has psychic energy around it. And as she runs in there, the bad guy's chasing her, and she bumps into the owner, Lucas Sebastian. He's the new owner, and he has psychic powers too. And so there's that paranormal bit. He can see the evil energy of murderers and predators. And hers is she can find things. If she puts her mind to it, she can follow a psychic trail and find things. So they have those gifts. And they're drawn to each other, and there's the mystery and the murder. And yeah, in town. Sorry, I was trying to think if I gave something away. No, you figured that out pretty quick. So, sorry. So it's fun. And it's Amanda Quick. Though this could have been my issue. I don't know if you'll have this. But I do find it kind of odd when the villain chats and talks about their evil scheme. That part I laugh at. So there's a bit of that in here. But it's Amanda Quick. It's Jayne Krentz. I have to read it. So go take a look if you're interested. Historical paranormal romance.